Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn recently made remarks on both Twitter and Facebook, claiming that Marvel Studios was skipping Comic-Con this year. Marvel has consistently made big splashes at Comic-Con, with director Jon Favreau crediting Iron Man's trailer debut there as the main reason for the film's success. John, buyers sell Marvel skipping Comic-Con this year.
If this is true and James is telling the truth, then oddly enough, I buy it. As a fan, I don't like it. As a fan, when I go to Comic-Con, I want to see the big movies there. It's Comic-Con. You are the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Be there. But that being said, we just referenced a couple of months ago, Marvel did this big event here in Hollywood, down at the El Capitan Theater. They did their own Hall H. And they didn't need anybody else. And they didn't need to be in San Diego. They just filled up the El Capitan Theater, made their big timeline announcements, all that kind of stuff. And it was a huge success. You were there too.
It was awesome.
And it was fun. Everybody in there had a good time. It had a rock concert atmosphere. You can tell Kevin Feige had a great time doing it. They enjoyed it a lot. So they're sitting back now and they're thinking, do we need to go to Comic-Con? And let's face it, their presence at Comic-Con helps promote all the other films that are going to Comic-Con too, because Marvel's going to be there. Why should we put our name behind and help DC market their things, or help Sony market their things, or help whoever, right? With our presence there. We don't need to go. It's expensive to go to Comic-Con. It's a scheduling nightmare to go to Comic-Con. We don't even need to do it. Plus, Avengers would have already come out. Age of Ultron's out. And the only other film they have coming up anytime soon is AntMan. Now, that film needs the help.
When does that come out?
It's July.
A couple months after Avengers.
Comic-Con is July 8th through the 12th.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man comes out after that.
Okay.
Actually, fact checker Ray, do me a favor, Ray. Look up what is the actual dates of Comic-Con this year, Comic-Con 2015, and look up the release date of Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man comes out after it.
No, I know
Comic-Con is 9th to the 12th. Yeah.
And I think Ant-Man's after them. Maybe it's right before. But if it's after, Ant-Man is a film that needs the help. It needs more push. It's a more obscure thing than Guardians of the Galaxy was. So it comes out July 17th. Okay, so Ant-Man does come out afterwards. So that's all. But that's the only film they have come out anytime soon, right?
Right.
So you know why? As a fan, I don't like it, but from Marvel's point of view, I would get it, and so I buy it. Anyway, Mark, what about you?
I'm going to sell it, I think, for a lot of the same reasons that you listed. It is very expensive for Marvel to go, and it's a scheduling nightmare for Marvel to go, but it's also expensive and a scheduling nightmare for the fans who had to wait online to get their tickets that were months ago, that were assuming they're going to get to wait and go into Hall H and see some sort of footage. Because, again, we're not just talking about the movies that are coming out this summer. We're not talking about celebrating Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. These are, we want to get everybody excited for next year. I mean, what Comic-Con has become is, I want to get pumped up for movies that are years down the road, and maybe you get to see a kernel of footage of Civil War or something like that.
But they haven't even started shooting Civil War.
They could have an announcement. They could. I mean, Spider-Man.
They'll have Captain America footage because Captain America starts shooting now in Atlanta. So
actually, when does it start shooting? I know it's soon.
Yeah, now in March.
It's already started shooting. Okay.
Well, I mean, they've set everything up. I don't know if they're rolling yet, but they've set everything up in it.
Okay.
It's like Spaceballs. It's in stores before the movie's actually
literally.
But I mean,
completely done.
I think that if I'm a fan, I'm really disappointed in Marvel not being there. And I understand your points about Marvel, the studio, not wanting to go. But look, man, this is Comic-Con. It was great what they did at the El Capitan Theater when they announced their upcoming slate. But this is Comic-Con, man. You got to be at Comic-Con.
Schnepp?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell them not being there because I think they will be there. I think
so you're selling the concept entirely.
I think what James said is, like, I believe him. I don't think he's lying that the Marvel's not going to be there in force, but I think there will be a panel with Paul Rudd. I think there'll be an Ant-Man panel. It might not just be like Marvel, like, you know, showing off all their stuff. I think there'll be an Ant-Man panel, and that doesn't mean that, you know, Marvel isn't there. That just means that Ant-Man is there. I mean, and look, if they pull out, you always have D23. And to me, Comic-Con is about comic books. So to me, that there's television shows and movies has always been like a added bonus and a plus. But for me, honestly, like, I don't care, you know, and that's really true. It's like, I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love seeing all the movies, but I'm a comic book fan, and that's why I go to Comic-Con. So I don't care if there's a television panel, and I don't care if there's a TV panel. For me, it's about comic books. So.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.